Chris from Townsville Podiatry. I'm one of the podiatrists here. New Year's, so New Year's resolutions. More often than not, they involve starting up something healthy, perhaps some more exercise or adding extra exercise into our regime. As a podiatrist, we tend to see a lot of injuries that begin around this time of year, a couple of weeks into the year, or perhaps starting into February, and it's often related to those New Year's resolutions. So just wanted to try and give you a few tips on how to avoid some of those injuries. When we are starting to do some exercise, and if exercise hasn't been a part of our normal routine previously, what we're doing is we're increasing the amount of stress or the amount of mechanical load going through our body. And our lower body in particular, if we're doing impact exercise, so that might mean starting up some walking for exercise more regularly, perhaps doing some running for exercise more regularly, even weight training can be another way to increase the stress through our body. Now, all of these things are great things to be doing. The best way to avoid getting hurt is to make sure that we don't do too much too soon. So what that might look like is, instead of going out there every day and thinking, yep, no, I'm starting off this new year with these good intentions, I'm going to go every day, make sure I make it every day. That's really great. It's a really great mindset to have, but sometimes our body doesn't necessarily agree with us. So instead, what I'd suggest is perhaps starting every second day. So let's say, for example, it's starting to do some walking for exercise, then walking on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and say Sunday in that first week would be a really good start. In the second week, you might look at doing the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so that it's still every second day. So that's now 2 weeks where you've essentially gone every second day. You should then find that by the third and fourth week that it's fairly safe to increase how much you might be doing, and that might mean adding an extra day in there somewhere. The other good thing to do is try and add as much variety as you can. So if we're doing the same type of exercise each time, then we're much more likely to be overusing the same sorts of areas of our body. That's the other thing that leads to injury. So by changing up what we're doing, and that can mean, for example, doing anything from, say, walking on one day, perhaps riding a bike or doing some swimming, or going to the gym and doing an exercise class the next day. That would be a really good way of trying to make sure that we're having some variety and we're not overloading things on our body. I think the best thing is that you're actually out there doing something, and so it's important that you're doing something that you enjoy, perhaps being social, so catching up with friends at the same time, and certainly trying to make that change in lifestyle or that change in behaviour something that can be much more sustainable for you. So yeah, Happy New Year, and get out there and enjoy some of the exercise.